Hi, Jeremy Reynolds here from the Getting Started in Finance course, Alpha Money Coach, Alpha Finance Solutions. At the end of part 2 in this series of Successful Mortgage Brokers Working Team, I started mentioning having a mentor who serves a lot of roles, but let's make it clear. A lot of industry entrants get a mentor. Why? Because the industry says, and industry memberships say, you need a mentor for the first 2 years. So they sign on a piece of paper saying that you're a mentor. But what's actually missing there is they're actually not being mentored. So in other words, they're actually not meeting regularly, they're not having content, they're not working through material to be mentored, to be a mentee, and to grow over that 2 years. So this is a really important concept, that in that team that you should have a mentor that assists you with growing. Now, what should a mentor involve? Now, the way I see it, a mentor should cover a number of bases. They should train you. You go, train me, what do I mean? It means that they should help you with the skill set needed to be successful. They should also coach you. In other words, fulfill a role of a performance manager. Okay, so this is more about specific motivators, specific other components to help you perform. So this is looking at what you're earning, looking at your leads, and looking at what your goals are and matching your actions and seeing if there needs to be a change in direction, whether you need to do more of certain tasks, less of others, whether you need to change tax, whether it's and seeing where the need is there to help you perform. So they really need to coach you there as well. I also think that they need to help develop you. Develop, train, very similar, but they need to facilitate growth with what you're doing. In other words, there should be checkpoints along the way, not just at the end of 2 years signing someone out to say, well, you no longer need a mentor, but actually looking for you to develop and taking on more complex loans, more clients, and focusing on a lot of individual KPIs for your success. Now you think, well, this sounds like sounds different because, as a mortgage broker, I was told that I've got all the freedom in the world. And now freedoms can be a little bit dangerous when you're going out on your own. It's better to have a structure and have accountability with a mentor, but this accountability is more than that. It's accountability to your goals. It's accountability to your income goals, your financial goals, your personal goals, and it's actually having someone such as myself to help you get there, and rightfully so, get there sooner. So a lot of people never achieve their goals, and particularly mortgage brokers never achieve those larger than life financial goals. They seem to settle into mediocrity. Or those that do are given, well, potentially it's going to take 3, 5, 10 years to get there. How about a reevaluation and actually learn from those that have been before you and done things the right way, so that way you can achieve these things, not only achieve them, but achieve them in a shorter amount of time, which is extremely important. Time is precious. If you can actually give yourself a much faster incline to your income goals. Now I'll look at a bigger goal here, and this is what you should all be looking at, and it's a separate training in itself, but you should be looking at a client goal. How to achieve a certain amount of clients in a certain amount of time. Okay, and then that actually really prepares you for some bigger things and helps you with your financial situations in 12 months, 18, 2 years, as well as moving forward as well. Okay, so who else do we need in our team? How big do you want your team to be? First of all, it depends on what your skill set is. Okay, it depends what your mindset. You might say your natural ability, but let's put natural ability to the side. Let's look at natural inclinations or personalities or behavioural side. So in other words, you want complementary skill sets. So are you someone that's great at building relationships, a good talker? Are you good at winning business? Are you good at opening business? Are you good at getting referrals? Are you good at closing sales? Or are you better at details, finding solutions, compliance, software, data, or a combination of these? In other words, if you're a great if you're a great salesperson, if you're a great relationship builder, if you're fantastic at acquiring business, that's what you should be spending majority of your time doing. Top salespeople spend about 70% of their time and above on either winning new business, meeting new clients, developing new relationships, prospecting, okay? Given that we've got such a lot of administration needs doing, both in a loan processing side of things and a regulatory environment where there's compliance to be done, which is good, by the way, that's going to eat into that time, which is yours. You say what's best spent winning business. So if your best time is best spent winning business, it doesn't negate the ability that you have to do those other things, because that's a warning in itself. So here's the question. Do you lower your standards? Do you take on of your compliance and your account management? Your loan processing? Never. Do you slow down your growth of a customer base? In other words, say, well, I can't handle any more customers at the moment because I'm taking all this time. Never. You need to actually have someone else do those things. So then you can win more business, create more cash flow, have a greater amount of clients, and you can start to deal with some multipliers here. So if you can meet more people, you're going to win more clients. Then you need to keep those clients. In other words, you need a team environment where there's team people that help you fulfill the promises that helped you win those sales. So number one, getting the solution. Working with people in a team where you can actually come up with solutions for the problems of your clients, solve their home loan problems, and deliver them faster. That's extremely important. So if you're spending 70% of your time acquiring new business, marketing, prospecting, meeting with referral partners, talking to your existing clients, what happens when the person you met yesterday and entered into an agreement with, who you won their business from, has a question, but you're doing that now? There needs to be other people that can pick up the phone, answer those questions, collect those documents, keep the ball moving. So having a loan processor, or even better, as I refer to as account manager. I call it an account manager because I believe that this role is more than just processing loans. That's an admin function. There's a solutions element, and there is most definitely a high level of customer service involved in account management as well. So this way you can do things faster, get responses, keep people happy, and mind you, you can keep everything designated where it's meant to be. Now, this needs to be systemised. How do you systemize it? This is something I've worked on for many years and have incredible detailed systems involved in, which means that I know brokers that I work with and account managers and teams as well. If they mention one thing, they know exactly where in the pipeline that loan's up to. If they say another, if they document it in a certain way, it is clear and everyone speaks the same terminology, everyone follows the same processes, everyone's compliance checklists are exactly the same, and there is no interpretation that's different from what the process or system is. It's not the account manager's process versus the mortgage broker's process. They both follow the same process, and there's a high level of synergy by doing this. Yes, it's step by step, and it means that upon training, both parties can walk in and know exactly what's going on. An auditor could see it as well for that note as well. So in part 4, I'm going to talk a little bit more about account management and account managers, and also deciding on which you would be better at and how to utilise these and deal with some of the common issues that account managers as well as mortgage brokers face, and the teething area, the issues that they both have, because they both think differently often, have different perspectives. That's why they work well together, because they have different skill sets, but they also have different motivators. They also have different things that bother them, which, if not dealt with at the very beginning, can cause conflict. So I'll teach you how to deal with these, come to terms with them, so then you can have better relationships and a more productive team. I'm Jeremy Reynolds, and thank you for your time today.